Sports, a place where many athletes find success.
This is likely the final play that matters. End zone wide open. What a night for Mike Williams.
But where there's a winner, there has to be a loser.
He came a long way. You hear me? Come here, I love you, bro. Good.
It's one thing to watch the game, but another to analyze it. Let's talk about the numbers. You ready?
YouTube. What's going on, man? Back at you another video. It's your boy Numbers Fan Jay, and today I'd like to introduce a new series to y'all. But before I do that, I just want to go ahead and remind you all, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you're new. Welcome to my channel. I'm here every Monday and or Thursday. We talk about NBA basketball, NFL football, and the NCAA Men's March Madness Tournament, which is not being played this year due to COVID, but hopefully we get it back next year. So, before we get into the actual content of this video, I do want to have breaking news. Breaking news, Carson Wentz has been traded to the Indianapolis Colts for a 2021 third-round pick and a conditional 2022 second-round pick. So that is big news. The Colts get a new starter. Phillip Rivers, of course, is going to be retiring. He's already discussed with the Chargers that he wants to retire as a Charger on a one-day contract. So, heck of a career for Phillip Rivers. Also news, I haven't touched on it. Didn't drop a video on Monday, but former Chargers receiver, former Buccaneers receiver, Vincent Jackson was found dead in his home earlier this week. So, condolences out to his family. He was a great receiver. Played pretty well for us for a little while for my Chargers. So that is sad news to hear. He did give us a lot of good moments, both as a Charger and as a Buccaneer. So just keep that in mind. Send prayers out to that family. You know, keep them in your thoughts. But anyway, so you are here for my new football series, Football 101, where I explain exactly what the game of football is to new people. You know, that's my objective here. I want to explain how football works in the most clear way possible. Create a playlist for you guys, for those of you who've never understood the game of football. Share with your friends, share with your family. Do my best to make this as clear as possible, because trust me, when you first start learning about football, you're like, what the heck is going on? I don't even know what's happening. So I want to help somebody out here today and in the future just to understand the game. Maybe you'll like it, maybe you won't, but I want you to have an understanding of the game, because it's more than just a game. So let's get into it. So class, you are here. Football 101. Glad you signed up. Glad that I'm getting paid for this as well. I'm really not, but all right. But so in this first episode, I just want to tell you guys exactly what the object of football is. First and foremost, you know, it's a sport. The importance of the gear that the athletes wear, and just want to explain how the field is set up. So we're going to start on the outside of the game of football and work our way inside into the more, you know, in-depth parts of the game. So, simply starting with the object of football, the game of football is played for 60 minutes. It's broken down into 4 quarters, and the object is to score more points than your opponent. Now, there are several ways to do this. But the end goal is to have the most points at the end of the game. Some teams want to have a better offense so they can score more points, because that's where your points usually come from, is the offense. Other teams like to build around their defense so they can prevent the other team from scoring, thus having to score less points themselves. So, object of football, score the most points, you win the game. You win enough games, get into the playoffs, you win all of those games, you're the champion. That's the end goal for every team at the end of every season. So there you go. Also, want to go into the importance of gear. Importance of gear. You see football players on the field. You see them in a helmet. You see them in some shoulder pads, some knee pads, some cleats, the shoes that they wear. This gear, first and foremost, protects every player on the field from each other as well as themselves. I can't stress enough the importance of gear on the football field. Helmets have been redesigned and upgraded throughout the years to help try to prevent concussions. With enough force to the head will cause concussions and could possibly even cause CTE, which is another conversation. But yeah, so very, very important to wear gear to protect yourselves from these collisions, running full speed, human beings that are 6 feet, 225 pounds or more, or taller, or running into each other full speed is very dangerous. So the gear definitely softens the blow. It still hurts them because I would know that being a former football player in middle school and in high school. Also, next thing I want to talk about is to explain the field itself. So the football field is 120 yards long, 53 and a half yards wide. You don't really need to know the width. You do need to know the length, because there are 100 yards of playing space as well as 10 yards of end zone on both sides. So that makes up 10. That's 20 plus the 100, that's 120. So on this football field, all the yard markers are measured out. So you can see, if you look on any football field, you'll see 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and then it starts counting down 40, 30, 20, 10 to the goal line. So from each goal line, it goes up 10, 20, 30, 40, and then it meets in the 50, which is often called midfield. There are 2 hash marks, what we call hash marks, on the field. I'm not sure exactly how wide apart they are, but that's not really, that's insignificant. These are where the ball is placed when the ball goes outside of that. So say the ball goes out of bounds, like the runner goes out of bounds, or the runner goes outside of that hash mark during the play, and the play ends out there. On the next play, they're going to spot the ball on that hash mark on whatever yard line that player went down or out of bounds. So for example, runner gets the ball, goes out of bounds at the 21-yard line on the left side of the field. The ball be placed on the 21-yard line on the left hash mark. So this is because you can't play the game out of bounds. You can't play the game without enough room for all 11 people on both sides to line up. But we'll also get into that on the next video. So I thank y'all for watching, man. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. Let me know, what do you think about this series? Did you enjoy this episode? Do you think that I should do more advanced episodes explaining, coverages, offensive schemes, things of that nature? Let me know. It's your boy Jay. We out of here.